Hey everybody, Steve Brown from Omni Marketing, and in this video we're going to talk about the changes for 2018 going into 2019, what you should be focusing on to get your website and your other organic listings such as your Facebook page, etc. How do you get them to rank on page one of Google? What's the important factors? In the previous video we were looking at the pack of three, the maps and the pack of the ABC listings. This one we're actually talking about the organic listings. So what I'm talking about here is when people have looked, you've got the pack of three here, and then these are the organic listings, the first listings that you see here, the websites, etc. So what's influencing them going into 2019? What should you focus on 2019? Well, the funny thing is, here we are yet again, Google My Business. By optimizing your Google My Business with your category and your description and getting the phone number in there and adding images and video, etc., again, you're telling Google what your business is about. That helps your website rank. Because the more Google knows about you, the more confidence it has in moving you up the listings. So guys, you really got to focus on Google My Business, and we'll put a separate video together for this to show you what you should be focusing on. Then you've got on page. So on your website, what's going to get your website to rank? We've mentioned it in the past when we were talking about relevance. It's the main keywords in your title tag. It's your meta description with LSI keywords in there, with long tail keywords, with the content being relevant for what people are searching for having images and video on there. Don't underestimate this. When people, it's all very well getting yourself listed and getting the click, but when people land there, you want them to stay and do something. You want them to take action. And when Google sees that happening, because of the on-page stuff that you've done, that is something that Google will move you up the rankings for. And that comes under this one here, behavior, which I'll cover in a second. Now, interestingly, citations, which has less influence on your map of three, still has a high push, lifting you up the rankings rate when it comes to your website. And the reason for that is when you've got your listings on all these different websites, directories like Yale and BT and your different trade magazines, etc., depending on what industries you're in, what these citations do, one is you've increased your NAP listings, so it can see your name, your address, and your phone number, as we keep harping on about all the time. But don't forget, every one of those sites normally gives you a link back to your website. So these citations are also links. So it's increasing your NAP, your name, address, and phone number. It's also putting links back to your website, which Google picks up on. Behavioral, we've mentioned that before. So what Google's looking at is, okay, so we put you on page one, where people have clicked on your listing. What happened next? Google wants to know, do they go deep into your site? Do they look at your content? Do they make the phone number, or do they just come straight back off? Which is a big indicator to Google that they got it wrong. So these are the four main factors for getting you ranked when it comes to your website and your Facebook page, etc. Getting them onto page one of Google. Now, that's not to say these aren't important. It's just saying that these have less importance when it comes to ranking your website or your Facebook page on Google, but they are still very highly relevant to what you need to do. So we're talking about reviews. We've mentioned it time and time again, getting good 5-star reviews to get the click, and for Google to see that you're perceived locally as a highly rated business. Links, we mentioned that before. Press releases, links from are called citations. It comes under links. Links from your press releases, links from your Facebook pages, from Facebook posts, from your Google My Business posts across back to your website. The external links going out to things like we mentioned Gas Safe in the past when we talked about using your gas safe certificate of your plumber and linking it out to their site, or linking to local government sites with things that are relevant to your business. Social still has a part to play. Google still expects to see you being active on Facebook, etc. It just has less influence than it did in the past, and personalization, we mentioned that before. So if you focus on these four key areas, Google My Business, your on-page website optimization, your citations with all the different directories, etc., and your behavioural, how people interact with your site. So you make sure that you've got your internal linking right, that people can find the information they want, they can do everything they need to do to make the right decisions, to make that call, to fill in the contact form, etc. If you get all that right, that will all help you rank higher when it comes to the local organic search results.